me great pleasure in welcoming you all to A Journey with the Indian Rhythms. As part of this project, we will be featuring prominent musicians from across the UK to give you a taste in the rich and diverse musical heritage of India. In the episode number 1 today, we are delighted to present Prathap Ramachandra, a well-known and much sought-after multi-percussionist who has travelled extensively around the world, performing in classical concerts as well as cross-cultural collaborations. Over to Prathap Ramachandra now.
Thank you, Vijay, for the introduction. Namaste. I'm very delighted to be part of this wonderful series called Journey of Indian Rhythms. In this, we'll be talking about some of the spectacular instruments from southern part of India. As you can see, I've got an array of instruments here, which I'll be speaking as we go down the lane. The big drum that you're seeing here, this is called Mridangam. And the pot that you're seeing here is called Ghatam. And I will also be explaining to you and demonstrating to you about a very amazing instrument called KONNAKOL or KONNAKOLU, which is the spoken rhythms, a very unique feature of Carnatic music. One of the main king percussion drums is Mridangam. I could say this is the heartbeat of music and dancers and dance. Let me introduce you to this drum. Mridanga means clay body. The Sanskrit word Mrid means clay and Anga means body. So literal translation, clay body. So this drum, this body that you're seeing here is wood now, but it used to be made out of clay. So that's how it gets its name as Mridangam. It's a double-headed drum. I'm going to tell you how we sit for playing of this drum. You open your right leg if you're right-handed, place the drum, and this is how you play this drum. It's a double-headed drum, as I said. If you're right-handed, then the black spot that you're seeing here becomes the prominent side of the drum, and this is the base for the drum. So let me introduce you to the alphabets of Mridangam. The first 4 syllables is called Tha, Dhi, Tom, Nam, and this is how it sounds. Di, Tom, Nam. Like Tha, Di, Tom, Nam, we do have few other syllables like Kita, Kitta, Dim, Dim, Talongo, Talongo, Takadina. So once when you know these syllables, then you can start to frame these syllables into sentences. And not just in one speed, you can try playing it in different speeds, which makes it more interesting. So let me tell you how we can play Tha, Di, Tom, Nam, the first 4 syllables in different speeds. Tha, Di, Tom, Nam. Tha, Di, Tom, Nam. Tha, Di, Tom, And not just Tha, Di, Tom, Nam, I also introduced you to some of the new syllables like Kita, Talango, and Takadina. So if I now start to implement those syllables into this, and I can start framing sentences. Say for example, Tha, Kitta, Kitta, Taka. Di, Kitta, Kitta, Taka. Tom, Kitta, Kitta, Taka. Nam, Kitta, Kitta, Taka. And I can, as usual, speed it up and let's see how that sounds. Tak kita kita taka, dik kita kita taka, tom kita kita taka, nam kita kita taka. And I I can even go even faster if you practice well. Tak kita kita taka, dik kita kita taka, tom kita kita taka, nam kita kita taka. And I can play it long with the same sentences for a very long time. Let's hear that. We have learnt single syllables, and we also see how the syllables can be joined to frame lines. We also have set lessons or set compositions that we practice. I'm going to introduce you to one or two of the set compositions. This is called 4 Avartana Takadina lesson. I will come to the introduction or the explanation of what do you mean by Avartana or Kala Pramanam and Thalam and things like that later during this session. But let me speak this 4 Avartana Takadina lesson, play it and show you how this sounds. Takadina tam, takadina tam, takadina takadina tam, takadina takadina tam, takadina 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 tam, takadina 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 tam, takadina takadina tam, takadina takadina tam, takadina tam, takadina tam, takadina tam, takadina tam, takadina tam. Let me play this. Now, when you know this lesson, then you play this again and again to get the accuracy, speed, and perfection. So the same lesson can be played even faster. I'm going to go straight into this. Here we go. And you can go even faster. Rhythm is universal. When I say universal, which means that it is just collection of numbers. So, for example, if I say 1, 2, 3, 4, anybody can understand that. At the same way, but if I say ta, di, tom, nam, it's only people who knows about will understand. But I can interpret the numbers into the phrases and syllables like this. Say, for example, I can say 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. But I can interpret that into Mridangam language by saying ta, di, tom, nam. So, rhythm is nothing but collection of numbers. Let me explain to you how we make this collection of numbers interesting. Let me tell you what the rhythms is all about. As I said, it's a collection of numbers. Let me introduce you to this one. Ta, di, tom, nam, ta, di, tom, nam. Now, you can see two interesting things here. One is that I'm speaking, and this is what is called as KONNAKOL, a very unique feature which I told you in the beginning. It's a very intricate and interesting way of exploring the rhythms using the sounds. And these sounds, they are from the sounds of this drum, Mridangam, as we saw the connection between the speaking and playing. And this is how we learn the drum. So now when I'm clapping, this is telling me what speed that I should be saying the rhythms in. It's like sort of a GPS, I would say. So to tell you where to take a left or a right and stop and all this kind of things. So this is called thala. A very, very, very unique feature again to Indian music. The first thala that I'm going to introduce you today is called Adi Thala, which is a cycle of 8 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I intersperse my spoken rhythms into this thala. Tha, di, tom, nam. Tha, di, tom, nam. And then I can speed it up. I can fit 2 numbers in one beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, di, tom, nam. Ta, di, tom, nam. Ta, di, tom, nam. Ta, di, tom, nam. I can also fit 4 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Ta di tom nam, 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 ta di tom nam. And at the end, did you see a little twist when I said that? Ta di tom nam. Again, it's a mix and match of numbers. This is what makes it very interesting. So instead of going very straightforward with what we have said, you can pick and choose and play around with it. Now I'm going to introduce you to something a little bit advanced or complex, numbers. Adi Thala, 8 cycles, and let's try a whole number of 32 syllables. Where did I get this 32 syllables from? I've got 8 beats as we spoke about Adi Thala. And let's say that each beat is taking 4 syllables. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. This is a cycle. And this completion of cycle is called Avartana. And now my each beat is taking 4 syllables. So it takes 32 syllables. So instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, that's boring to do 32 all the way. So we can make combinations using this 32. So I have a combination here, and you can try this combination with me, or you can make your own combination when you have watched this video. Watch the combination. The combination is 9, 7, 5, 3, 5, 3. If you want to add this and check, it adds up to 32. And now if I put it into the thalam, this is how it sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 32. If we interpret these numbers into Mridangam language, this is how it will sound. Takka dimmi rakka takkita takka dimmi rakkita rakka takkita takkita takka takkita takkita ta. Let me show it again. Takka dimmi rakka takkita takka dimmi rakkita takka takkita takkita takka takkita takkita ta. And now if I interpret the language onto the sounds, this is how it will sound. Takka dimmi rakka takkita. Takka dimmi rakkita. Takka rakkita. Takkita. Takka rakkita. Takkita. Ta. And if I put that together, this is how it will sound. Takka dimmi rakka takkita. Rakka dimmi rakkita. Rakka rakkita. 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 And if I continuously play it, this is how it will sound. Takka dimmi takka takkita takka dimmi takkita takka takkita takkita takka takkita takkita. And once when you get this, you can do a lot of combinations, mixing the numbers and playing it around with the numbers. You can put the 3, 3, 5, 5, 7 and 9. Takkita takkita takka takkita takka takkita takka dimmi takkita takka dimmi takka takkita. And so on. Let's now see how we can make it to the next level. So this instrument is not just played as a solo instrument. This is mainly an accompanying instrument, which is used for dance and music, as I said earlier. But part of concert section is that it is played as a solo as well. I'm going to play a short piece on this drum to show you how this drum is played as a solo. You can see all this that I have said throughout is incorporated into this few minutes solo. Watch, enjoy. And whatever that I played now, I can recite it. Let me now talk about this wonderful instrument called Ghatam. As you can see, it's a clay pot. It's a tuned instrument, so that's why it's called a classical drum. It's earthen clay pot, but it's baked in such a way that it is tuned for a particular pitch. A very amazing instrument. We use 10 fingers, wrist and belly to play this drum. Let me show you how we use this. I will not go detail into this about how to learn and what we play and things like that, because all that we saw learning about Mridangam is exactly same interpreted onto the Ghatam. So the same syllables, same calculations, same number, but played in a very different way. So I'll just show you the sounds of the drum. Tha, Dhi, Tum, Nam. Tha, Dhi, Tum, Nam. And you can play again fast as we did. The difference between that drum and this drum is that when we are playing the Mridangam, we don't use the wrists and all the 10 fingers. But when we are playing the Ghatam, we use all the 10 fingers, wrists and the belly. So which gives an advantage on playing very fast phrases on this drum. I will explain to you and I will demonstrate this. The phrase is called So that's Ghatam. And before we finish, I would like to just show you a glimpse of KONNAKOL, the spoken rhythms. As you saw that I used that spoken rhythms on both the instruments and how I interpreted it. But that itself can be played as an instrument or as a solo art form. I'll explain and I will demonstrate a short piece on KONNAKOL. Ta, dim, dim, ta, dim, ta, tam, dim, 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 tam, dim, 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 So that was KONNAKOL. All that sounds that you heard coming out of this instrument, Mridangam and Ghatam, is put into voice. This is called KONNAKOL. I hope you enjoyed this journey of Indian rhythms with me. You saw all these instruments being played and explained and explored. So thank you once again for joining me with this journey. And I would like to thank Annapurna Dance for creating this wonderful opportunity to explore the exciting art form of Indian arts and Indian rhythms. Thank you. Namaste.